Good morning, everybody. Today is Saturday, March 29th, and I'm getting ready to put on my very first practice session of the year. Can't tell you guys how excited I am. It's gonna be a great time. Got all the cones set up. We're out here at Johnny K's in Elyria, Ohio. Big shout out to them for letting me use the parking lot, and what a beautiful parking lot we have. So on the agenda today, right behind me right there, we're gonna end up doing some slow starts and stops and do a little bit of a slow ride. You all know how I love the slow ride. And then from there, we're gonna come over here and do left and right turns. That's gonna be a fun one. Then after that, we're gonna come over here and do the single serpentine. And then of course, it wouldn't be a practice session without the U-turn. We all gotta brush up on those. We'll see how far we get today. If anybody's feeling frisky, I got this double 360 set up as well. Now let me mention, if you guys are interested in joining one of these practice sessions, they're completely free. I got the whole schedule on my website, jogomotorcycleadventures.com. You can go on there and register. I have the schedule out for the entire year. And as I said, they're completely free. So you don't have to pay anything. The only thing that you gotta pay for is maybe a bottle of water or something. So we got my whole rig out here, got the truck, got the trailer, got Sonic, and then of course I got my wagon with the cones. Always a huge help. So now I'm just waiting. I have 2 people registered. We got Melissa and her brother Mac. They're gonna be coming. I gotta mention, guys, this weather is absolutely beautiful, loving it. So I'm gonna hop on the bike, get warmed up myself, and wait for Melissa and Mac to get here. Okay guys, we are ready to start practicing, but before we do, let me introduce the riders. We got Mac and Melissa, brother and sister, correct?
Yep.
All right, and where'd you guys come from?
Atwater.
Atwater.
About how far is that?
About an hour and a half.
About an hour and a half.
Okay, and how long have you guys been riding?
I've been riding about 5 years.
5 years?
Yeah, I'm coming on year 4.
4? All right, very good. And what's your goal for today?
Not to drop my bike so much.
That's fair. Yeah, I mean, practicing, it's bound to happen. I do it all the time, but you can maybe expect to drop your bike. The goal is not to, but we'll see what happens. What's your goal?
Just to brush up because I kind of took a year off. I had health issues last year, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we're right at the beginning of the year. Shake some of that rust off, and appreciate you guys coming out. How far of a drive was it?
About an
Hour and a half.
Hour and a half. Did I already ask that?
Yeah.
All right. I'm shaking the rust off myself.
There you go.
All right, so we're gonna start off doing slow starts and stops just to warm up. So let's go ahead and do it. Thank you guys
Sounds
for
great.
coming out.
Thank
Sounds
you.
good.
All right, so slow starts and stops. This is gonna be pretty much our baseline for the day. All the skills that you're gonna use here, you're gonna, well, except for leaning, of course. You're gonna use in the single serpentine, left and right turns, so just the basic fundamentals. So the goal here is we're gonna start at this first cone and move on to the next one. Try to stop even with the cone. When we first start off, you both know what the friction zone is. For the people that don't know, it's that sweet spot in the clutch where power starts getting delivered to that rear wheel. And what happens when you have power to that rear wheel?
It wants to stay up.
The bike stands up, exactly. I'll end up doing a quick demo, but just keep in mind while you're doing this, get your throttle up. We want to be, you don't have to be exact, but around 2,000 RPMs or so. The goal is to just hear it by sound, because when you're riding down the street or trying to concentrate in a tight area, you don't want to be staring down at your RPM gauge. Let me hop on the bike, do a quick little demo. All right, very first thing always, make sure you're in first gear, which I wasn't, glad I checked. Cover the rear brake. Now we're gonna end up setting our throttle. So right about there is good. Comfortable with it. Then you're gonna find your friction zone right before you start moving forward, right about there, okay? And then we're just gonna leave everything the same. Just keep on going forward. Foot up as soon as it starts moving. Nice and smooth on the rear brake. I went a little too far, but it's all right. And I'm only applying light pressure. I don't want your handlebars to be completely straight while you're doing this, because if you're doing that, then you're going too fast. Kind of want the handlebars to be moving a little bit. Dragging that rear brake, steady throttle. Smooth stopping. Always make sure those handlebars are straight. So now we're going to be going downhill. So this way, obviously uphill, this way downhill. So you might need a little more rear brake for this. Got my throttle, find that friction zone. Slowly start moving forward. Handlebars are shaking a little bit. That wasn't my smoothest, but it'll do. And also notice I'm sitting straight up. I'm not leaning back or anything like that, in a comfortable position. You guys have any questions? All right, let me get this thing out of the way. Ooh, I did forget to mention. Hey, one thing I did forget to mention. When you're coming to the stop, keep that RPM up and stay in the friction zone, and you'll have to hit that rear brake just a touch harder, but with that power to the rear wheel, it's gonna keep the bike straighter. So don't come out of the friction zone until you're just about stopped. Now we got Mac. It's all right. You're getting wobbly because you're falling out of that friction zone. You're dropping your throttle too. Remember, keep that throttle up. Okay, so get your throttle set. Find that friction zone. Right there. All right. Set it and forget it. It's all right. Just warming up. Get that throttle up. There you go. Stay in that friction zone. There you go. Much better. Nice and smooth. Good. Hey, so only one thing that I'm noticing. You're looking down. Look straight ahead. Very good. Oh. It's all right. As I said, oh. Yeah. So here, let me set this down. All right, Melissa. Cover that rear brake, throttle up. Friction zone. There you go. Good. Do it again. Good. Very good. Come on. She's nice and smooth with that rear brake. Beautiful. You're nice and smooth with that rear brake. All right. It's all right. Remember, keep them eyes up. There you go. Nice. It's all right. Lose your balance sometimes. It happens to me too. It's all right. Hey, you're stopping a little sudden. So just try to, the way I was taught, imagine there's like an egg between your foot and that rear brake. You don't want to smash it because then the egg will break. Just nice and smooth and you'll be all right. Eyes up. There you go. We'll go around one more time. As soon as I told him get them eyes up, things happen. Good. Very good. Nice. Notice how she gets her foot right up. Beautiful. One more. Look at that. Your foot went down perfectly. You're coming to a stop and boom, the foot's down. Beautiful. All right, you can park for a second. All right, Mac attack. Foot up. Just keeping those eyes up. Yeah, let's go. Beautiful. Good. I saw you peeking. All right, you can park. You didn't think I was gonna see him peeking. I saw him peeking. But outstanding start. Mac did drop his bike, but I mean, it happens. I mean, it happens to me all the time. So good thing he had those motorcycle drop guards. Nothing got smashed or scratched or anything but those guards. So excellent. Whew. All right, guys. So what do you say? I say we're off to a pretty good start.
Yeah, I get to be the superstar for one.
It's all right. Hey, so as I said, this is going to be the baseline for the day. So now we're going to move into the slow ride, and we're basically going to be doing the same thing. We're just going to go a little bit further. I want to see exactly what was happening over there. Your bar's moving a little bit, make you a little uncomfortable, because then you know that you have to stay in that friction zone, or else you pull that in, you're going down. So
Drop counters at 1.
yeah, it's all right. We'll put a little drop counter on the screen for Mac today. All right, on to the slow ride. Slow ride. All right, so we started off with the slow starts and stops. In a nutshell, we're basically going to be doing all the same stuff, just going a little bit further, okay? So you're going to make sure you want to stay in that friction zone, make sure you're dragging that rear brake for a little added stability, and I want to see those bars moving, because if they're not, you're going too fast. And when we're going fast, we feel a little more comfortable. So I'll do a quick little demo, and we're going to do this uphill and downhill, so that way you guys can get a feel for both ways. All right, make sure you're in first gear, covering that rear brake, get your RPMs up, find that friction zone. As soon as the bike starts moving, foot up. Nice and smooth. Notice my handlebars are moving a little bit. Come to a nice smooth stop, handlebars straight. Now downhill. I'm using a little more rear brake, not much. Now listen when I stop. My throttle doesn't change. I don't let go of it until I'm stopped, and I'm staying in the friction zone. You guys have any questions? All right, let's do it. All right, Mac. You're not completely in the friction zone. Make sure you keep those eyes up. It's all right. All right. So get your throttle up, cover that rear brake. We don't want to be using the front brake. Throttle, find the friction zone. All right, keep it there. There you go. He's got a small friction zone with that hydraulic clutch. All right. Let me help you. So, right hand on the handlebar. You got your crash guard, saddlebag guard, which is nice. squat down, and then you're just gonna lean back into it and slowly walk it up. You can even just take little baby steps. And then once you got it up, to that kickstand down, voila. And I forgot to make sure it was off again. Okay, slow ride. First gear, covering that rear brake, throttle up. Moving to that friction zone. All right, still a little toe tap, it's all right. Nice and slow. Handlebars are moving. There you go. Now try to come to a smooth stop. Perfect. Handlebars were straight. Very good. All right, Mac. I'm not adding any more to that drop counter. So I'm not adding any more numbers to that drop counter. All right, let's do it. You got this. That foot up. Stay in that friction zone. Very good, very good. Keep that throttle up. Good. Come up a little bit more. Okay, little rough stop, but it's all right. So turn around and we're gonna go downhill. Okay. Very good. I might have some competition for the slow race over here. It's doing everything excellent. Very good. All right, now we're gonna do it downhill. We can do it right here, it's not a big deal. Just kind of angle this way because we don't want you running into that pole. Now you're gonna need a little more rear brake. There you go. Much better. Now try to come to a smooth stop. Good. I was watching your front suspension, hardly even moved. Much better, confidence booster. All right, Melissa. Throttle up. Just a little. All right, very good. Good. Head and eyes are looking where she wants to go. Nice smooth stop. It's all right. Hey, you know I did notice though, you didn't grab for that front brake. Yeah. Excellent.
It's a bad habit now. I barely use the front brake. I know I need to.
Yeah, but not at slow speeds, because if your handlebars were turned right there when you're off balance, you would have hit that brake, you would have went right over. Very good. Okay guys, they're gonna practice this a little bit more. Actually, I'll show Mac here, so that way there's no pressure. Much better. Look at this. It's a different man. Good. Oh, I got that. Yeah, I told him. I'm gonna film this so that way there's no pressure and he doesn't know that I'm watching, but very good. All right, you can take a break. Whew. All right, see? The camera does funny things to people. It puts a lot of pressure on. I'm used to it now, but as you saw right there, Mac's doing a lot better. He did have a couple falls, but it happens, man. All right, so now we're gonna end up getting into left and right turns. Let them take a little bit of a breather there for a second, and we'll get into left and right turns. Starting to get a little sprinkle, but hopefully just blows over. All right, so left and right turns. This is an important exercise because You use this all the time, especially pulling out into the road. Couldn't tell you how many times you see people, they pull out and they cross that double yellow line, which is extremely dangerous. So what we got here, we have a 5-foot entrance, and then your turning lane is 7.5 feet. More than enough room to get this done. So we're gonna be using all the same skills that we used over there for the slow ride and the smooth starts and stops. We're gonna come in here. You can stop anywhere in this box, doesn't matter. Obviously, the further that you get further to the wall right here, the harder it's gonna be. You're gonna come in, and we'll start off going to the left first. Once you get to about this point, you're gonna turn your head and eyes, look to make sure there's no obstacles or anything. We're in a controlled environment, but you never know. Look where you wanna go, then turn the handlebars, but you're not gonna turn your handlebars until right about here. Because you don't, I got these taller cones here because you don't wanna lean in this. You wanna try to keep it straight up and down. Not only is this simulating turning out into the street, but if you're in a tight area where you can't lean, like gravel or something like that, I don't want you hitting that cone, because that could be a wall, it could be a car, it could be anything. So you turn your head and eyes, look where you wanna go, then turn the handlebars, keeping the friction zone the same, still dragging that rear brake just a little bit, and just follow it out. And one tip I will give you that I learned at my lock and lean course, when you're turning, you can lean forward a little bit, and that will allow you less slack in your arms, or more slack in your arms. So that way you're not reaching as far when you turn the bars. So I'll go ahead and do a little demo, talk through it, see if you guys have any questions. Oh no, this rain. If you guys wanna go in the trailer real quick. All right, intermission. Got some rain, don't want my camera getting damaged. Okay, just enough to get us a little wet. All right, quick little demo. All right, as always, first gear, covering that rear brake, get your RPMs up, find that friction zone, foot up, look where you want to go, turn the handlebars, slightly leaning forward. I don't know why my brake's sounding like that. Same thing, get in here, look where you want to go, turn the handlebars. I fell out of the friction zone because my throttle wasn't up either. Let's do a redo. Throttle up, look, turn. Lightly dragging that rear brake. Then at the end, I want you guys to go this slow. All right, good? Okay, so when you come through, we can just go straight through. We'll start going to the left first. Get her going. It's all right. Hey. Come through, and then we're just gonna start off just coming straight through instead of a stop.
Okay.
Nice slow ride. First gear, rear brake, throttle up. Looked. Woo! Good? That was impressive. I thought you were doing tricks over here. You want me to pick it up? You got it.
Figure it out.
Hand right there. You can maybe rest your hand right there. Walk her back. Oh. All right. Very good. I got you. I will say, that was a good fall. You didn't hurt yourself.
Yeah.
You didn't break your ankle. It's all right. So what ended up happening there? Yeah, you came out of the friction zone. So obviously it came down. It's all right. We'll work on it. All right, Max. Hey.
To my throttle.
Yeah, you're gonna need a little more speed. It's all right. Hey, come through, and I want you to have a little more speed coming through. There you go. Beautiful. Good job. Redemption. Keep it coming, keep it coming. Good speed. It's all right. You're coming out of that friction zone. That's all it is. Try to concentrate staying in there. Speed was good. You looked where you wanted to go, but you were missing the friction zone. It's all right. Good head turn. Whoa, whoa. So, what I saw was you got a little nervous and you jumped in, you let go of the clutch a little much, and so it lurched forward. And then it disrupted your hand controls. You good? Okay. All right. Go ahead and take a break. You're looking where you want to go, but you're not turning the handlebars. Here, come on through again. I don't want you trying that close. We gotta get you comfortable. Move these cones out just a little bit. Keep that speed up. You're looking down. Don't worry about these cones. They're not gonna hurt you. Come on through. Keep that speed. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. There you go. Do it again. Hey, when you start approaching that entrance, you slow down. You got to keep that speed coming because you end up going too slow, and if you come out of the friction zone just a little bit, that's when you start getting wobbly and stuff. So keep that speed coming through. Keep that speed. There you go. See how much better that feels? And you stayed in there. Do it again. Keep that speed. Come on, come on, come on. It's all right. Hey, keep them eyes up. Good. It's all right.
It's like I won't turn.
Yep. You got to force yourself. Watch that watch that front brake. Those handlebars were turned, you would have been screwed. Look at that! What was that? You just did that like it was nothing. All right, come on, straight through. Eyes up. Look at that. Do it again. Keep them eyes up. There you go. Put another cone. Eyes up. Look where you want to go. It's all right. You started too early. Do it one more time. You got this. You've already done it. Eyes up. Look over there. Look at that. Look over there. Ah, I saw you peeking. Need a break?
Yeah.
All right, let's take a break. All right, guys, we're getting progress with Mac here. Melissa, we're gonna work with her. We're gonna get her up to speed. She's got this. I know she can do it. I've seen her do it, and she already did it. There you go. His right's better than his left. Good. Stop looking down. It's the only thing that I'm seeing wrong is he's looking down. Keep them eyes up. It's all right. Good. It's all right. You're looking down. Keep that speed up, throttle.
I gotta start leaning forward. That's
Yeah.
my problem.
Two things. You're coming out of the friction zone and you don't have enough throttle. I hear the throttle drop once you're starting to turn, and then you're pulling in the clutch. Mac definitely struggles with the left side more. Keep that throttle up. Look. There you go. Did have a slight lean on that, but he didn't knock the cone. Eyes up. All he wants to do is look down. Look at me. It's all good.
Look at me, smash!
Good. See? You were going slower on that one, but the whole time you stayed in the friction zone. That's how I know when you're coming out of here, even if you have some decent speed, you're still, sometimes you still get wobbly, but that was perfect. You're still in the friction zone. And perfect throttle. Good. I heard that throttle dip a little bit, but you were right in the middle. Eyes up, eyes up. There you go, baby. Eyes up. That's right, you started a little too early, but you're good. See what happened there is you jumped the clutch a little bit because you lurched forward and you gained a bunch of speed.
I think it's just my lefts are my problem.
Yeah, everybody has a weak side. You're getting there. I saw you glance. Good. All that was his positioning. See, fix his positioning. Hey, too much lean. Doing excellent. Major improvement from the first few times that you went through, but we'll have you take a break and then we'll get into the single serpentine. Single serpentine coming up next, guys. All right, guys, moving into the single serpentine. Melissa's gonna sit out the rest of this session. I think she's a little shooken up by that last one, but I was telling her, you know, this stuff happens and it's better that it happens out here in a wide open parking lot rather than the road. And she did stay on the bike. And another thing that I think what happened is she started panicking. So her clutch hand was going in and out. So she would start lurching forward and then pull the clutch in and then start lurching forward. So, I mean, it's just something that this is why we practice, for when stuff happens like that, we know what to do. But out in the real world, if that happened out in the real world, who knows what could have happened. And Melissa's an excellent rider. I mean, this stuff happens. I've seen her ride very well. She's been off the bike for about a year now, but we'll get her back up there. Hopefully she comes out to another session, can start working on it a little more. The single serpentine. All right, this is where we're gonna start introducing some leaning. Over there at left and right turns, we didn't want any lean. Your last left turn, you did lean, but you made it through. But it's all good. So the goal of this here, these cones are 15 feet apart, plenty of room to make it. So when you start coming in, we want to come in at an angle, and our goal is to hit the center of these two cones, okay? Because if you start coming in and you start coming all the way up here, down the line, you're gonna start losing space. Okay. And while you're doing this, you wanna swing wide. So I come in, I wanna be swinging to about right here, all right? And that'll give me enough room to swing in, hit the middle again. And the whole time you're doing this, staying in the friction zone, dragging that rear brake a little bit to control your speed, because going this way, we're a little downhill, but coming back, you'll be uphill, so you won't need as much rear brake. And then when you're leaning the bike, we're gonna be counterbalancing. You can slightly lean forward like we did over there, so that way you have less stretching when you're turning the handlebars. So you're counterbalancing, letting the bike lean underneath you. Don't lean with the bike. It's more work than you have to do. The only time you really want to lean with the bike is when you're going road speed around curves and stuff. That's a whole nother topic for a different day. You're coming through, staying in that friction zone. One thing you can do is to transition a little bit quicker. You can pull in that clutch just a little bit, cut that power, and it'll allow the handlebars to turn a little bit easier. But as soon as you get that turn, just get back into that friction zone. And all we're gonna do is come down, and then when you make your transition, do it like you mean it. Don't hesitate. Lean forward and push those bars. I'll do a little demo real quick. Okay, so I'm coming in, hitting the center, body perpendicular, lean the bike. Throttle staying the same. Dragging that rear brake a little bit. Boom. Now I'm going uphill. Don't need as much rear brake. One more time. Listen to my throttle. Doesn't change. One other thing I forgot to mention is when you're coming down through here, you're looking straight forward. Your peripherals will catch the cones. Okay. You don't be staring at the cones. You don't need to. Just make sure you swing nice and wide. Everything will be okay.
Don't look at your cones.
Yes. There you go. Just warming up. Just dropping his throttle when he turns the handlebars. There you go. Drag that rear brake a little bit. There you go. Wider. Concentrate on your throttle. That's all right. Hits the middle. Hit the middle. Very good. Very good. Beautiful. It's funny. First start, they're a little timid, but then they start getting the groove of it. There you go. Keep that throttle up. Keep that throttle up. All right, guys, we're gonna work on this a little bit more. Let me grab my camera so it doesn't get ruined. Swing wider. There it goes. Good. All right, now the rain's letting up. It's okay, skip a cone. That's why you gotta swing wider. All right, guys, we're gonna take a little intermission. We're gonna work on this a little bit longer, and then we're gonna head over here to the U-turn, and that's probably gonna be it for the day. We're just getting back into the season, so Mac wants to just get familiarized before he starts doing anything crazy over there, which it's not crazy, but I get it, I'll respect it. Okay. The U-turn, we got this set up at 24 feet. More than enough room. I know your bike can handle it. I know you can handle it. You got this. All right. So when we start out, everything's the same. Keep that throttle up, friction zone, lightly drag that rear brake to control your speed. And when we enter, what I like to do is come in at an angle. And when you come in at this angle, this gets you set up to use all your space in this corner right here. Because technically, this is dead space, okay? You're not gonna get your bike all the way in there and ride these cones. So you come in at that angle. Once you maximize your space, you can quickly glance, but make sure your front tire is where it needs to be. As soon as you confirm that, quickly turn your head and eyes, then the handlebars, and just ride on through. And as I said, I want you to come in and get as close as you can. Use all your space here, all right? Then you're gonna turn the handlebars, follow it around, everything staying the same, throttle, brake, friction zone, and ride on out. That's all there is to it. We're gonna use all the same stuff that we used in the single serpentine. You're gonna counterbalance, so let the bike lean underneath you, don't lean with the bike, and you should be in good shape. I'll do a couple quick U-turns in here. You don't absolutely have to lean. You can make this straight up and down, but I want you to lean the bike. You want to start getting more comfortable with leaning. First gear, covering that rear brake, get the throttle up, like it right about there, find the friction zone. Moving, foot up. Boom. Do it again, come in at this angle. Firm your wheel placement, head and eyes, handlebars. Staying in the friction zone, dragging that rear brake. Now I'll do it coming the other way. So I'll come in here, come in at that angle, utilize all that space. Keep my body perpendicular with the ground. One more time. Angle, confirm wheel placement, head and eyes. Boom. Smooth stop. It's that easy. You got this. And let me show you guys without any lean. I don't have to lean the bike. You want to keep a good amount of speed, and remember, the things that determine your turning radius is your speed, your lean, and your handlebar turn. Hey, that was a good fall though, not bad. Do you want to try picking it up or you want me to do it?
I'll try.
Okay. Right hand on there. Grab hold of the crossbar. Get down. There you go. Now you learn how to pick it up. So what happened there?
I let out of the friction zone.
Yep, and as soon as you let out of that friction zone, down goes Frazier.
Gravity.
Yes, and you can use a little more speed coming through, just like the left and right turns, because once you hit that, as I've been telling you, once you start going so slow and then just the little bit of coming out of the friction zone, it's just gonna wanna fall over. More speed. There you go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Don't hurt yourself. You had it. You got excited.
Yeah, I did.
You want me to get it?
That hurt.
What'd you do?
All the muscles in my legs.
That's why I told you, let it go.
Oh, that's heavy.
It's definitely not light. So you shut the bike off. Here, let me get this one for you. Oh.
They're yelling at us.
You were falling so slow and I saw you trying to save it. At that point, there's a point of no return and you were at it. That's why I told you, just let it go down. You got the drop guards, let them do their job, so that way you don't have to put that strain on your leg. Let it go, let it go. Everything about that U-turn was beautiful. But then you got here, sucked the clutch in, you're going too slow, and boom. Keep that constant speed around the whole turn. Don't even worry about stopping right now. If we get to that point, we will. But if not, our goal is just to complete this turn. Man, that turn was beautiful too. You're fine. You slowed down. Keep that speed, keep that speed. It's all right. Turn them. Keep that speed up. There you go, baby. Took the last cone, but I'll take that as a win. It's all right. Take a break.
I just know that I'm not keeping my speed up. That's my problem.
Yeah.
If I just going faster, but I mean, I just got to keep doing it.
And a part of that is when you suck in the clutch, you're not keeping that momentum. It's slowing the bike down.
Yes.
And I did notice once you start to turn, I hear your throttle go down just a little bit. Just remember, when you start off, when you're in the friction zone and you got your throttle set it and forget it. Everything else will take care of itself. Use that rear brake to control your speed if you start going too fast, because I don't know if you can see, we're kind of on a hill when you're going this way.
Okay.
When you're coming this way, you're going uphill, so you're losing speed a little bit.
Down.
Yeah, you got it. Just breathe. You've already done it. You can do it. You all right? Hey, that time you didn't try and save it. I'm not gonna push you to do any more than you want to, my friend. Take a break, clear your head. You've already done it. And if you want to, come this way and you'll be coming uphill So that way, in my opinion, it feels a little easier when you're coming uphill. That's just my opinion. Going downhill, that's when you got to use that rear brake to slow yourself down a little bit, so that way you don't start going too fast. You're good. That was a quality drop. You did great in the single serpentine. You successfully completed both left and right turns. And your slow starts and stops have completely transformed since the last time I seen you ride. So,
something to work on.
Yes. Get out of your own head.
I will definitely.
You're doing good things. All right, guys. Mac wants me to do the double 360 on his bike. Go ahead, give her a shot. Oh, I already knocked over a cone. Let me fix that cone real quick. Oh, you got it? My man.
You knocked over a cone.
I know. This just goes to show nothing really changes. A few minor changes. 22 feet, staying in the friction zone, steady throttle. I do have to lean forward a lot more, but it's doable. Riding these cones, use all the space, transition. This is basically a figure 8. See, now I'm getting the feel for it. Whoa, don't worry, it was just your kickstand. There it is, baby. Feels good, man. I don't know what to do with my hands. All right, guys, so we're wrapping up. Mac over here reached capacity. He wants me to put the, excuse me. He wants me to put the drop counter on the screen with some dinging bells, so I'll see what I can do. How do you think you did today?
I'm getting a little better. I have some things to work on, definitely. But my confidence level is coming up. Thank you.
Yeah, and from the first time that I've seen him ride, he's leaps and bounds better. So, and Melissa,
Yeah.
we had some wild wild
Epic
events.
spills. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm a little sore now. No, it's okay.
Yeah.
I definitely know where I need to practice, and working with the new bike has been harrowing.
Yeah.
But
So you went from what did you have before
I had
this?
a Suzuki Thumper, a 650,
Okay.
to a standard, which is 1700 cubic. Yeah, from a 650 to I could be wrong with that, but I know it's a bigger bike, so I definitely need to practice. I'm out. I'm rusty. It's like starting over, but hey,
Yeah.
I go somewhere.
I mean, as I was telling you earlier off camera, it's better that stuff happened out here than when you're in the real world and something goes wrong and you don't have the luxury of a wide open parking lot.
Right.
And you handled it well.
Yep.
You're gonna be a little sore, but that's why we practice. So I just want to thank you too for coming out.
Sure. Thank you for putting this on. I appreciate this.
No problem, no problem. And you guys were worried about wasting my time, and I told you, I don't care if nobody came out here, I'd be out here by myself. So I appreciate you coming out, making it worth my while a little more, even though it already is anyways. So thank you.
You're most welcome. Thank you.
Got it.
All right, guys, that's gonna wrap it up for the first practice session of the year. If you guys are interested in participating, go over to my website, jogomotorcycleadventures.com. I got the whole schedule laid out for the rest of the year. These sessions are completely free. And if you're interested in private lessons, those are also on the website, jogomotorcycleadventures.com. And that's gonna wrap it up for today. As always, this is Jogo with Jogo Motorcycle Adventures. Until next time, ride on.